before we get started, I'm just going to put a little caveat out there. Miguel and I kind of knew each other from like bands that we were in maybe 10 or 15 years ago. And I kind of caught up with him a little more recently. I don't remember why, like at an open mic or something. He was like, hey, do you want to do this like interview thing with me? I was like, I guess, sure, man. I go over to his house and he's like, you're going to interview these girls with me. And I was like, oh, I am, because I don't know what I'm doing. And then he was like, oh, I got this, I'm doing this thing with the Clover Island concert series. Like, do you want to do it? And I was like, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing. So this is me doing what I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't know what he asked me here for. One time he was like, hey, can you come over? And I was like, why? And he's like, to do a podcast and to jam. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I found out that I'm apparently working for his podcast now. So that's
that's the same way I joined the band, actually.
This is a great origin story. Anyways, yeah. So that's it. So that being said, Miguel sent me a couple questions. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're gonna trust that I can make something happen, and Miguel can edit. Okay, so you ready for me to start then? Hey, welcome everybody. It's JP from Tri-Cities.Mixtape. I'm here with all the guys from Queen Mother. Say what's up.
What's up? What's up?
They're at the Clover Island today. They're going to be doing a set. You said it was 95 minutes? When do you guys start? What time do you guys start? 8 p.m.? Man, okay.
Oh, there's an opening group, though. General Mojos.
I know. I feel so old for thinking 8 p.m. is kind of late, man. I know. I told them earlier that I was too old for a fit check because they're like, what's your fit check? I'm like, I don't know what that means. Thank you. Exactly. All right. So I'm going to go through. I want everybody to introduce yourself. Tell me what instrument you play. I don't know. Give me a fun fact about yourself because everybody loves that. Just kidding.
My name is Tim. I play keys and I sing backups, and I also get to be the Bowie of the band when we do Under Pressure.
What? That sounds amazing.
The fun fact about me is that I really love cats.
Oh my God. I have a long-furred cat.
Yeah?
Yes. Her name is Zuzu. Yeah, probably. I mean,
Can we derail your podcast?
We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
This will be so interesting for so many people. Okay. All right. Thank you. I guess we're moving on.
My name is David James, and I play guitar and sing some backups. And a fun fact about me is I have more cats than Tim.
But you don't like cats as much as Tim.
Oh no,
nobody does.
He eats them. They're just for food.
We're competing constantly about it.
Nice.
But he might have a leg up on that. I don't know. He's
How many cats are we talking? Do you know how many? Like in a ballpark?
Well, I mean, technically 2.
Okay. It's not into the weird, crazy cat.
When it's a cat hurricane in the house, though, you can't really tell.
Hurricane was right there, dude.
Yeah, there's paws flying and.
Do you just let random cats come in? Like, are you that guy that's like, oh, this neighborhood cat? Because
Sure.
I have a fear that because I live in the country and I'm trying to move more into the town, and my cat loves being outside. She's a farm cat for sure, and I'm afraid to move into town where somebody will love her more than me and kidnap her. Because she's not going to stay inside.
Yeah. Well,
and it's going to be you.
Sometimes, yes, it might be. Exactly.
Welcome to the Cat Cast.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
I know, I'm sorry.
All right,
Moving on.
Redirect. And an interesting fact about me, this is actually special for today, is that the band opening, General Mojos, I played in General Mojos for a couple of years,
really?
actually. And I still get to pop up on stage with them. So I'm going to be joining them for a couple of songs. But this is a really special day for me because both of my brands up on stage together. So I'm really excited about that personally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I feel like we should clap. Sorry. I'm a teacher. People share in class. I'm like, thank you. Let's clap. All right. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Gabriel, and I don't play any instruments for this band. I just sing.
That's the best thing to do.
And it's great. And fun fact about me is that I was born almost 5 weeks late.
Oh.
I was like a month old when I came out of the womb. I was just
They allow
fully
that. I don't think
cooked.
they allow that anymore.
They don't.
They're like,
They
no,
don't.
this
I was
baby got
born
come
at
out.
home a month late.
Oh.
Like in a bathtub or?
No, I think
Just
my
on
mom
the
was
couch?
she's just squatting.
Oh, beautiful.
Squatting is like the pretty natural way to do it.
I think so.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, the lying down is actually not natural. Yeah, that's my fun fact. Going straight to it.
I love it. That's amazing. Welcome to the world. So you're a month older than your actual age on your birth certificate?
Yeah. I guess that is how it would work. Yeah.
So I'm John, and my fun fact would be that I started this band just so I could have an excuse to paddleboard at cool locations.
Oh, did you paddleboard today here?
I brought it with me, so I'm planning on hitting it.
How long are you guys going to be here for? Just
overnight, and then and then on my way back, I'm just going to pick the best lake.
Nice.
Wait, how many times have you done that?
I've done it a couple times.
Nice.
Anytime we go outside of Seattle.
Do you have like a real paddleboard or like the blow-up kind?
Nah, I can't fit it in with the drums. Oh, I forgot to mention I play drums.
Oh yeah, that was important.
Details, schmetails. Yes. But so I couldn't fit in there. So yeah, I huff it out,
I know.
Yeah.
Do you do the whole thing by hand?
I do, because I treat that almost a little bit like the exercise of the thing. I can do it in like 7 minutes.
What? To 15 psi? Wow. Okay, you're a boss. I mean, you play drums.
Well, drummers don't really get a lot of a workout otherwise.
I'm lazy.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you started the band. How long ago did you guys start the band? What was your inspiration for starting the band? Name inspiration, if there was one.
So 2019 was when it started, and actually there is no one here but me that was in the original project. And it started actually just because I knew a vocalist who I worked with at one point, and we did a couple Queen songs, and I was like, "You're fucking amazing! Like, this is really good." And I knew all these other players that were a killer, and we were really just gonna do it as a one-off mostly.
Okay.
And but we had a really good time, and then some friends of mine that are in another project invited us to be support for that show, and we did that, and then we were like, "Oh, this is really awesome." And it just kind of grew, and then over time we rotated in these amazing musicians that we have now, and I think it's the best incarnation that we've had.
Awesome. How long has this group been together?
4 years.
Well, I'm the latest to join, and I'm 2.25 years in.
Oh, okay. So then how many gigs do you feel like you do per year? Is this your everybody's full-time gig, or like?
It's building, but on average probably about 35.
Okay, so that's a good amount. Nice. Are they mostly during the summer, or what's your busiest gig time? What's your busiest week for gigging? How many would you do in the busiest week you would have?
There is kind of a limit to how many days in a row
especially for vocals.
I can sing these tunes. Mm-hmm. So the most that we've done, I think, in 1 week was 3, just a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, so 3 in a row too.
Yeah. With a break day, I maybe could juice it up to 4 or 5. I don't know. We're figuring it out.
Just working it out as you go.
But last August, we had, I think, 9 gigs. So we're just and everybody here is a full-time musician for the most part, except for me. Actually, I always have some side hustle going on. But we all fill in with other bands and with different projects. Tim does opera. John is an amazing jazz player. David James just hangs out. Just kidding.
He's a really good
David
singer.
James is an amazing songwriter and performer too. Everyone, yeah.
Beautiful. So where are you guys from? You're not from here. Where are you? Are you all from the same place, or are you hailing from different regions?
Seattle area generally.
Everybody's from the Seattle area.
I'm from California originally, but I've been in Seattle for 14 years.
Okay.
And I'm from Virginia, and I've been in Seattle for 17 years.
Oh wow. Okay. What brought you to Seattle?
I moved down to South Carolina to study music, and then stayed down there in a bunch of touring bands. And I got kind of burned out on the ethos of the South and just wanted to change.
So then you just...
did
you research it, or were you just close your eyes and put your
I'm a
finger
researcher. I did a ton of research on other cities.
Okay.
Didn't research Seattle barely at all. And maybe that was why I ended up moving here. I even flew to all the other cities. I'd never been to Seattle, and I just packed it all up and drove.
And you feel like that was a good decision? It seems like
I don't regret it. No, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Worked out for everybody else. Good job. That's awesome.
Still to be seen.
Oh, okay. So sorry.
That can always
for
change.
2.5 years, it's worked out at least.
We have benefited a lot from John's presence. He's sort of the de facto band leader, and he does all of our booking, and he works really, really hard, and we really appreciate it.
It's a wizard.
Aww. feeling the love.
Yay! It's always good to have that bond with your guys' other musicians in your band. God, I can't think. Okay, so tell me apologies here. What is your best gig or tour story? Do you have one? Is there like that one gig that was just so crazy that everybody tells the story every time you get drunk? Like, what's blank faces?
We're just thinking through. We're like, there's too many.
There's so many. There's so many.
It's a crazy band.
Oh.
Well, 3.5 years ago, we were playing the Wild Buffalo, and we play Now I'm Here most sets. And we often do 2 sets. That helps my vocals. And at the end of the first set, John does this like drum solo, like. And so everybody, it's like, right, there's that riff, but we all cut out, and then John does four bars of just. And so I had been doing this thing for a few shows where I just like crouch, and then I would do like a spin jump.
Oh, okay.
And like just so John would go, and then the band comes in, and I did a spin jump. And I landed on my right leg, and it fully dislocated, like, pop! And I fell to the stage, and the song ended. And
were you still singing when you fell?
No, it was like the very end of the song, and I just knew. I was like, holy shit, something real bad happened. And I had totally torn my ACL. And so then we took a little break, and I was like, y'all, I hurt my leg real bad. And then the band left me on the stage. And
we didn't think he was like as badly injured as he was.
I did it intentionally.
We don't want to rush.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was. I hobbled off, like following. I was like, guys.
It was a bad scene.
Then this guy knocked on the door, and he had a fake mustache on and aviators and a wig, and he was looking like Freddie Mercury. And he was like, hey, I did sports medicine. I'm a doctor. Do you want me to check you out? And so he came back, and he did the bendy leg thing. He was like, I think you tore your cartilage. I was like, okay. Can I keep going? And he's like, if you don't put any weight on it. So the Wild Buffalo took such good care of me, and they gave me some ibuprofen and like shots of whiskey. And then I got a stool, and we did 12 more songs.
Yeah.
That's very rock and roll.
Pretty badass.
It was great.
How long was the hiatus after that? Did you have to get surgery or?
I didn't get surgery. I just did like a ton of PT, and it's like smarts a little bit here and there depending on my workload during the week. But we had a gig at the Nectar Lounge in Seattle like 6 weeks later, and I did it in a brace with like these like wrist crutches like on the side, and it was actually pretty sick. Like, I had one leg was just like straight, and I was kind of like sauntering around the stage.
Did you have the microphone on the end of one of the crutches like Freddie's wand there?
I should have.
That would have been a move.
You missed an opportunity, man.
That was before Dave was in the band, so we didn't have our most creative ideas. Yeah, but now every time we play that song, there's a part of me that's just like, maybe I'm going to tear the other one this time.
Oh, man. So I was saying you don't do that little move anymore? Or you
no, I still do it now.
Of course.
Yeah,
why not? It's rock and roll, man. Okay. Let me see. Do you guys have any current or upcoming albums or music out? Where can people find you? Online?
We're a tribute band, and so we're basically, just paying a tribute to all of Queen's hits and B-sides and stuff like that. We do have live video that's up online if people want to see that, and so you can go to Queen Mother Tribute on Facebook or Instagram and on YouTube and find content of ours and shows and stuff like that. Okay. And that's what we would recommend. And I mean, is General Mojo's going to be doing a podcast also?
They are. After their set, they're going to come up here.
Cool, because those guys are propping up the original music, and so definitely go check those guys out.
They're cool.
I mean, we all have original music too, so
I know you guys are in different groups, right?
Yeah, so look up everybody's individual thing if you want to follow.
If you want to shout out wherever you have your original stuff at, or if you have another band, you can do that. It's really fun.
Yeah, I my old band's called Crystal and Quiet, and there's some great tracks on Spotify that I'm very proud of. Probably going to be doing some kind of new project at the end of the year, but to be determined exactly how that's going to take shape. Okay.
You said Crystal and Quiet? Mm-hmm. We can play it. We have your permission to play it on the podcast.
Yeah, sure. Pick your fave.
Yeah. I have another project called Thing B that just started up. We haven't played any official shows. We've played an unofficial one, but we're gonna be hitting it hard this year, doing shows, recording, and all that kind of stuff. So check that out. We haven't even
Thing B,
and we haven't even set up any of the public-facing stuff yet. But if you wanted to follow me and find it that way, you can find me on Instagram at Listen to David James.
Okay, awesome. Listen.
I do nothing original at all. I do.
But did you say you do jazz stuff?
I do opera occasionally, and I'm singing in Pearl Fishers with Puget Sound Concert Opera, which is like a small opera company that does unstaged operas. So we do it without costumes or sets, and that's really cool because it means that we can put up these some of the greatest works of art in all of history, and have it still stay relatively low budget. Pearl Fishers is, if you're familiar with Carmen, the opera.
Yes.
Same composer, Bizet.
Okay.
But it was the show that he did. I also do a show every October called This Is Halloween, and it's like
that sounds fun.
It's like a Nightmare Before Christmas burlesque thing.
Okay. Is it with the same company?
It's with the Can.
Oh, okay.
Which I should also shout out.
Yes.
Because I think that they're one of the most special things that's happening in Seattle as far as the performing arts goes. They're a burlesque cabaret, but they do these really high quality shows with really amazing dancers and really great singers. Original shows too. They frequently do things with Fox, and I've been working with them for 16 years. And then the other thing that I wanted to shout out is I work for a company called Naomi Morgan Entertainment, fronted by a wonderful person named Naomi Morgan. And we do predominantly shows at retirement communities.
What?
And
That's so amazing. I love that.
It's amazing.
It's so rewarding, I'm sure.
It's really wonderful, rewarding, fulfilling work. The performers are compensated really well, and the residents love it. I mean, I have a... If you'll indulge me for a second, I have a story about that.
I would love to indulge you.
When I was in my first year of performing with this company, I went to a memory care facility, which is where people with really severe neurodegenerative issues like dementia and Alzheimer's go. So they have specialized care for those specific types of people singing songs, and it's all like classic Hollywood and classic musical theater and stuff. Right in the middle of the show, there's a guy in a wheelchair who starts like tearing up and going, like sort of trying to say something, trying to talk, and trying to do something. And all of the staff are just looking at this guy with his jaws drop to the floor. And I finished my song, and I went over and I like held his hand and I sang to him a little bit, and there are tears streaming down this guy's face. And he was like, what was going on? Like, you guys looked really surprised. Apparently he had not formed a complete sentence in about 2 years and hadn't even tried to communicate with anyone for about 6 months. So that was the first time that he actually like got lifted out of that state and tried to interact with the world in that way. And you have as a performer in this company, you have fulfilling experiences like that all the time.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely amazing.
Music therapy, magical.
Oh yeah, that's so interesting.
One of the really interesting things about singing especially is that it makes all of these parts of our brain talk together that don't normally interact.
Absolutely.
You've got like your language centers and your pitch centers, and I remember my father, who is deceased now after he had his stroke, the speech and language pathologist told me, like, sing these songs with him, and this was a man who was having a hard time finding any word, putting a sentence together, and I started singing with him, I love you, a bushel and a peck, and he goes, a bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. Like, he was shocked that he was able to do it. So
yeah.
Music's medicine.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Okay, just see, now you can indulge me for a minute. But so my undergrad degree is in biochemistry, and then I have a master's in teaching, and I teach science. But one of the things that I love the most about learning about biochemical reactions was like some of that like neurochemistry, right? And so, but the way that music can affect your brain and actually connect, like create neuroconnections, is like well proven in the scientific community, and it's like I've seen it so many times, and it's so amazing. And I love that you shared that story. Like, it's so amazing.
Still
the
so
power of music,
underutilized in our healthcare system
absolutely,
too. You know?
Absolutely,
it's getting better though.
It is, and art therapy too. I think they're realizing they're making these connections. I actually just read this book called Your Brain on Art, and it was like so magical. It really talked about like the neuroscience behind all kinds of art, like performance art and music and painting and all everything, visual arts. And I really that was like a change the way that I see things and think about things artistically anyway. So yeah.
So NaomiMorganEntertainment.com is if you want to find out more about what that company does.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
Definitely gonna check it out. All right. Did you have something that you wanted to shout out for you?
I do original music, so I also play piano and sing. And I've got a record that's basically 98% done, and I just have been sitting on it.
How many songs is it?
I think it's like 12 or 13 songs, and they sound great. It's just like I do this, I do so many things, and whatever the brightest burning fire is the thing that gets your attention, and and this is just a thing that's over here like, hey, whenever you want to, just get around to me, and so I haven't, so I plan to release that. I've released a couple other previous records under a thing called Autonomous, and I hope to do this one under something different, either my name or something else. But soon, probably next year.
Okay. Is there anywhere we can find you online, Instagram handle, or?
Just look up John Stout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of your time. It's been really wonderful getting to know you. I'm excited to see you guys perform.
Oh yeah.
And what's your next stop after this? After you literally I don't want to do anything.
I heard them this is Miguel, producer, editor, whatever. I heard them at Soundcheck. They're great. That's all I was saying.
You got Miguel's seal of approval.
Can you open the episode with just that?
Yeah.
That review? Okay, thank you.
Sweet. Okay. All right. So last thing though, what's your guys' next stop? So for people that love you and enjoy you and want to see you again as soon as possible, where are you at next?
Well, the very next date is in Seattle.
Okay.
It's a thing called Meeker Days. It's in Puyallup. But we will be coming back out here very likely to do a venue date somewhere regionally.
Okay.
So do check us out, Queen Mother Tribute, and that's where we post that stuff. And we'd love to see people out.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been Queen Mother. I'm JP. You're on Tri-Cities.Mixtape. Say bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for having us.
All right, dude.